They tend to not leak to NFL media the names of the players who said no thank you or who might have said F you, pay me. No, they're not going to wear that on their sleeves. So that information is secreted away somewhere at 345 Park Avenue, and any of the reporters who work for the NFL know it's in their best financial interest for them to continue to get paid. They're not going to rattle that cage to try to find out. That's the kind of stuff I like to find out, the stuff they don't want us to know. And we know Shedeur Sanders. Well, I can only assume they invited Shedeur Sanders.
I would think, right. But I don't know. Yeah.
Why would they have snubbed him? Unless, now again, they're not privy to any special information. I doubt that they spoke to everyone and every team said, we don't want him. But regardless, they are hoping 12 will cross the stage on Thursday night, and the others are compelling stories. Even if Shedeur Sanders doesn't go in round one, he's a compelling story. I'd be stunned if he didn't get invited, unless it was one of those, we think he's going to say no, so we're not going to invite him. But they invited Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
But Deion Sanders had previously said he wasn't going to be there.
Well, or it was just like, as we just talked about it a minute ago, like hey, representation for Shedeur, Jackson Dart, Miller. We think you might be able to go in the first round, but we don't have a team yet. We don't. So let's show up because of all the things you just talked about and kind of have the appearance and make it seem like we going in the first round to maybe we get an owner or a GM with a little cold feet that starts to go, you know what? Let's take them. We got to take them. Let's do this now. Right? And we've seen that. This goes on all the time. I mean, we saw Will Levis 2 years ago. It's the same type of play. I think I might go in the first round. I know teams are interested, but I haven't heard one team say it yet. So I'm going to show up. And then you end up sitting there to the second night. And there's nothing wrong with that. Man, I mean, I'd love to be picked 33rd in the NFL draft. That'd be great. It's still a great honor. It's awesome. But yeah, I think people do make that play.
Or if you get picked by a shitty team.
Well, I mean,
is that an honor to be picked by a shitty team?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
I don't like calling it an honor. It's an honor to be able to draft the best athletes in the country to come work for you. That's the honor. We have the ability to say, you who would rather go play and work here, you must come work for us. I just wish we could understand the teams benefit from this more than the players do.
Okay, it still doesn't mean that it's not a dream and it's an honor. That both can be true. It's not so cutthroat all the time.
The NFL, which has everything, has cornered the market on this phony baloney idea that it's some sort of an honor to have no choice.
I know, but this goes anywhere. I mean, the NBA draft, they all show up, Mike.
They're not being paid.
They're all. I know. Because it's a dream. It's an honor. It's like, damn, I got here. I worked hard. I want to do this. This is amazing. I'm going to walk out in front of 100,000 people and put a hat on. That's pretty cool last time I checked. I don't know.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just wish that part of this was because this culture has developed where you're having the hand of God come down and pluck you out of the crowd. You deserve to be plucked out of the crowd. This isn't something where you should feel like you've won the lottery. The teams won the lottery by being able to get you. I just wish we had more of that. The teams are benefiting dramatically from having the ability to say, no matter how bad we are, we got something going for us. We can go tell that guy, if you want to come to the NFL, you got to play for us, even though we were the worst team in the NFL last year. Sucks for you, not for us. And somehow it's become great for him. And I understand it's the culmination of years of effort, et cetera, et cetera. It's what it represents. I just wish we had a little more of what it represents for the teams. And it's much better for the teams than it is for the players because the teams get brand new parts. They can jam into the football machine and get the most out of them before they throw them out for the next parts. Again, I just try to keep it real with everyone. It's a business, and it's great for business. No matter how bad you were last year, you still get dibs on the best of the best talent that's out there.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why it's the best league in the world, and that's why it's like very competitive. And we see different teams going to the playoffs every year because it's set up pretty perfect that way. That's the way it should be.
But don't the Patriots wish they'd lost that game week 18 last year?
So same with the Giants. They'd be in the same
Travis
type of
Hunter.
thing.
They'd get Abdul Carter. They'd get one of those
You're right.
two guys.
They messed that up. I don't know what they – if you knew you were going to fire Gerard Mayo, they are dumb for letting him win the last game. That was his gifting his parting gift with a big middle finger going, hey, I won the game. Screw your draft next year. But back to the point of this does happen like we've talked about. I look at this right here, Mike, and I think really most of them, almost all of them, I think are slam dunks. Like, I would push back against the narrative of 12 guys and then 5 are a good story, right? Where I'd go, I bet you, like, definitely 15 to the 17 go in the first round. They might be hedging.
They might be hedging.
They might be hedging, right, because they don't know for sure. They haven't heard an exact team, but they probably got, like, hey, 3 teams said they like this guy. I think there's a good chance. So you're right. I think they hedge there as well. But when you get to that Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe thing, again, yeah, that's interesting. And I think there could be a little bit of, hey, we just want to be there. Hey, a little bit of the politics of playing the draft a little bit. And like we've said, we've seen it from Will Levis. I know with Trey Lance, right? I've been told this by a number of people. He didn't know where he was going in the draft because he wasn't sure the 49ers were going to take him at 3. And I know that his agent and representation, they were calling around the NFL 20 minutes before the draft going, who the hell's going to take our quarterback? They were afraid he was going to fall. So that's what, this does happen from time to time. It'll be interesting, especially with this quarterback situation and Shedeur like we keep talking about.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.